Hey, this is Anthony with Heroic Nation Podcast. I am the owner and the operator of Heroic Industries. And welcome back to the Heroic Nation Podcast. Had to take a little bit of time off from this. And the long form content, it honestly takes a lot of time to do. And it's really cool. It's really fun. I enjoy it. But I had to step away for a little bit in order to get my app up and running. And you may ask, why are you putting an app out? Let me tell you, the Heroic app is where I now house all of the programming for Heroic Industries. There are multiple different training programs on there, like 9+ different styles of programs, from kettlebells to an all-encompassing tactical based program to bodyweight only to aerobic work to you name it. There's also courses on there. The First Responder Fitness Blueprint is on there. The ebook 5 Reasons Cops Are Fat and How to Not to Be That Cop, all housed in this system. It's basically a one-stop shop. Plus it has a very robust community feed where if you sign up for training, if you sign up for a program of any kind, either a one-time purchase or the subscription, you get access to the community feed, which allows you to ask questions to me directly. It allows you to post videos of any lifts that you have questions on. If you're like, hey, I don't know how to do a kettlebell clean, post it in there. And then guess what? I will critique that. I will coach you for that. And it's incredibly affordable. So the biggest pushback that I run into, both when I was running my gym and as I do online training with guys, is that I don't have the time and I don't have the money. And with this app, with the development of the Heroic app, this takes care of those problems. Because let's be honest here, most people lie when they say they don't have time or money. But I will say cops, especially, sometimes that's the truth. And it's we don't make a ton of money, so we can't afford to put a ton of resources, financial resources into a training system. And clearly time is a factor, right? Shift work, family, kids, all these outside things pulling us in every direction. It's, dude, when the fuck am I going to get time to train? And that is a legitimate conversation that I have with guys where it's not just budget your time better. That's always part of it. But part of it is, dude, you need a space to work out in your house. You need a space to work out maybe before or after shift, for 20, 30 minutes. That might be all the time you have. But the good news is that's all the time you need. So if you have that, because everybody has that, we have that space available, and it's okay, I got just a limited corner of my garage that I can throw a couple dumbbells and maybe some kettlebells. Okay, we have programs for that. I've created programs specifically for minimal designs, right? Like I said, kettlebells only, bodyweight only, aerobic only. So if you just have your feet and your hands and your arms and a space to go run around in a circle, you can do these programs, and it's very low barrier. Now, there are also more robust programs that it's going to require you to have a full gym setup. Those are there too, right? And the Heroic Tactical is a solid program, probably one of my best. So I would say get in. And if you use code $1, all lowercase, as you check out, then it will give you your entire first month for, guess what? $1. Take advantage of that for sure. And because that'll be a limited time only, and only to my podcast listeners. There you go. Time, money, non-factor. No factor at all. Okay. Took care of that for you. Programming is in there. Coaching is in there. Support is in there. Everything that you need right there. Okay. Right there. So take advantage of it. And if you don't say nobody tried to help you. It's free. It's $1 and it's available for you. All you got to do is pull out your phone and go to my Instagram page and just click the link in the bio, put in code $1, and there you go. You're off and run. 30 days for $1. All right. Tons of shit. And it's not just bullshit. It's stuff that's going to help you. So do it. Just do it. Just sign up and do it. And you know what? If you hate it, cancel after a month and you're out $1. And if you just try it for a week and you're like, I hate it, just cancel and you're out nothing. Get after it. All right. All right. So here's what we got today. Mark Hedman is my guest today, and he is the CEO of LA Police Gear. LA Police Gear is an online apparel and clothing and gear site, merch, whatever you want to call it. I'm not really sure. And we ran through a ton of stuff about the history of his background, the history of LA Police Gear, how it started, where it's going, several different products that they are focusing on right now. They're big sellers, like all a bunch of stuff that's honestly very applicable for us, right? And LA Police Gear, I remember when I got on in '07, it was like you could go to the shitty place in town and buy your uniforms and buy your pants and buy your shirts and buy your boots, or you went on LA Police Gear and got your stuff there. And that they were kind of like the first ones in the forefront to do some of this stuff in the online space. And they've continued to grow and evolve, and they have so much stuff on their site. It's definitely worth checking out. Personally, I have been rocking their Atlas pants, their combat Atlas pants on SWAT operations, and then the regular ones for road patrol. And dude, they're freaking phenomenal, especially for the price. I can't remember what it is, but it's like the combat pants are under $100, and they are at absolutely just as good as a $200 or $300 pair of pants that I've previously been wearing that I was given by someone as a gift. But like these combat pants are so much better and at a fraction of the price. Like I'd love to say that I'm being sponsored by them with this. It should be an ad, but it's not. It's just the truth. And then their combat shirts, also awesome. And I am testing out some athletic shorts for them, which they have not had on the market yet. Anyway, went through a lot of stuff, and like I said, different products, different stuff that you may be interested in. It's solid company, solid people, real people. There's so much fake nonsense that it's nice to be able to talk to people that have, like, they're here for the right reasons. They're real. And yeah, it was a fun little episode. Not real long, quick listen, and check it out. Let me know what you think, and live heroic.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Rainy day for us, which is unusual.
Yeah, where are you located?
Just north of Los Angeles.
Hence the name, LA
Yeah.
Police Gear.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty probably short-sighted name. It would have been better if it was something more generic, but it's cool.
Yeah, I think it works. Yeah. So that's when I was like, what am I going to talk about? I was like, I wonder how the company found its name. And I was like, I don't even know where he's located. I would imagine LA. But
Yeah,
you ever seen that line in Wayne's World? You ever seen Wayne's World?
of course.
So when he's like, Jolly Green Giants and the shitty Beatles.
Yeah.
He's like, the shitty Beatles, are they any good? They suck. Well, it's not just a clever name then.
So funny.
So I was like, LA Police Gear. Oh, LA. All right. So it's not just a clever name then. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the founder, he was LAPD for a little bit. He eventually was Glendale, which is just like a suburb of LA.
Okay.
He was Glendale PD for quite a while.
Cool. So you're the CEO, right?
Yep.
Okay. Let's, if you're okay with it, let's start with a little bit of your background and then bring us up to how you got to where you're at with the company. And then we can talk more
Sure.
about the company itself.
Yeah. My background's not very exciting. I was a punk like skateboarder and was cleaning pools at the time. Like my family owned like a skate shop, and that comes into play in the story. But so I was just like a kid, but I was really good on a computer. My dad didn't put me through classes, but gave me like books. I was like avid reader, so I started like programming when I was maybe 12 or 13 or something like that. Meanwhile, Sean Frank, he's the owner of the company. He was going into my brother-in-law's skate shop and buying stuff to sell on eBay. So he was buying like snowboards and whatever. And then with the reason he was doing that is my brother-in-law was like, if you teach me how to do it, like I'll sell you some, we can split it. So they started doing that. And I have this little website I started and I need some help with it. And so my brother-in-law was like, oh, my sister's little brother is like really good on a computer. Maybe you want to meet him. I was 18 at the time. So then I met Sean. I started working on the website. I did most of the website stuff for the first like couple weeks maybe, and then I was working in and out of his house with his wife, shipping orders during the day, working on the website at night, and then it just continued on through there. So and I was a pool boy at the time. I obviously quit being a pool boy. Yeah, so my background's not like super exciting. I was just like a young kid at the right place at the right time.
Yeah. No, that's cool. So the
Yeah.
owner does the owner have a background in
Yeah, so he
or
was
did he work for
LAPD. He
Glendale?
was Ventura County Reserve, I think is how he started. And then he went to LAPD, lateral to LAPD, and then lateral to Glendale, because I think Glendale was like a higher paid department.
Yeah.
And he was SWAT team, great shooter. He still is just a great overall guy. And then he was still a cop. I started in 2004 in April, and I think he was done being a cop by the end of that year because of his, like when I started, we were getting like 10 to 15 orders a day. By the end of that year, we were at like 300 orders per day or something like that. Like
Yeah.
it exploded pretty good. But yeah, he was a cop for, I think it was like 91 or 92. So he was, 12,
Oh,
15 years, something like that.
yeah, that's old school. That's legit. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, so I got on my department in '07, and that was right around the time that like I remember there's this like uniform shop in town. There was two of them, maybe three. There was three of them, and like our population is about 500,000, so it's not LA, but
Yeah.
we still had like multiple in-person stores to go get
Mhm.
uniforms and crap like that. And dude, by 2010, there was one, and now there's one, and it's like barely hanging on.
Yeah.
So you guys were right at that perfect time of like internet transitioning into all the online stores and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's how the owner started it. Was he was going to, I'm not going to say any names, but was going to some local places that
Yeah.
aren't, they're big still. And this service fucking sucks. Like
It's
this is
terrible.
not, this is really shitty. I think I could do better
Yeah.
just selling stuff online. Like back orders are bad. Like you'd order something from them and they'd be like, oh yeah, it'll be here next week. And 3 months later, they had your money, but never shipped a product or whatever.
Yep.
That's really the reason he started it. And he kind of, that was, it was actually in 2001, like end of 2001 that the company started. So it's 25 years this year. And he didn't do a lot with it until like 2004 is when he really started going with it. But yeah, it was bad service is what caused it though.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's pretty pervasive across the
Yeah.
industry.
And
You know
it's
what I
still
mean?
that
Like,
way at a
yeah.
lot of shops. It's still really bad.
Like I dropped some stuff you got to get done in purpose, like in person.
Yeah.
But I dropped off some actually the shirts that I got from you guys to get patched out, and those have been there for 2 weeks. And I went to
Yeah.
check the status on it, and it's hey, what's the status? And they're like, did you drop stuff off here? I'm like,
Oh my
I
gosh.
fucking
And it
hope
was
so.
just
Otherwise,
patches.
yeah,
Yeah,
right,
it takes five. Like at our store, if you come in and it's just patches, they'll just do it right there and just hand
yeah.
it back to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking, but I don't have the skill set to do it myself.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I kind of got to do this, man. I hope I don't have
Yeah.
to call and say, "Hey, I need some more shirts."
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that stuff is terrible. That was actually, it's been nice having, or Sean doesn't come in anymore. He lives up north, but I still talk to him daily. But he drilled into everybody. Be nice to the officers. Like you don't know what they're going through. Like everybody that they deal with is probably like lying to them or just being a piece of shit overall to them. Be the one person that's nice to that guy that day. And so all of our customer service is trained on that. Like you don't know, they could be having the worst day of their life today. Be nice to them. And I think that's gotten us a long way.
At the very least, be consistent enough to where you know what the expectations are, or what to expect when you go in or when you talk to a person or a company. Because, like, that's totally true. We get lied to on a minute to minute basis.
Constantly, I'm
And,
sure. Yeah.
and it's weird because, like, talking to new guys, especially, I'm like, that was one of the biggest switches for me because the way I grew up was not super rough. There were parts of it that were super rough, but most of it was like, yeah, you're okay. You're safe here.
Yeah.
And going into police work, I'm like, man, everybody lies. It doesn't matter if it's a hardcore thug that you're arresting for a gun or if it's a soccer mom who rolled a stop sign. Like the initial human response is to try to get out of trouble any way you possibly
Yeah.
can. And I'm going to say what I need to in order to do that.
Yeah.
So it's like when you go into your personal life, it's really nice to have places where you're like, I know that I can expect these people to at least tell the truth or at least
Yeah.
be consistent. Yeah.
Yeah. And I got lucky. My dad was very big on just own up to it, man. It'll
Yeah.
probably be better. And so I've always been like, ah, it's my fault. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
And hope
Well,
that's trickled down. But
and that's like a freeing thing when you can do that, but it takes practice to do
yeah,
because just like human nature. But
yeah, for sure. Where are you located?
Indiana.
You're in Indiana. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Grew up in
What made
Michigan.
you become a cop?
So 9/11 was my sophomore year of college.
Okay.
And I've told this story a few times,
You
but
look pretty young. You look young. Because what are you like 45 then? Something like
44.
that?
Yeah, I just turned
44.
44. Yeah, so September 11th was my sophomore year of college. I was 19 years old, and like I was at the point in my life where I was playing small college football, and that was what I wanted to do. I was like, I just want to play football, coach football. That's it. That's my whole life. And then that happened, and my uncle works. My mom's side's from out east, so he died in the towers, and
Mm,
it was like, all right, I'm going to join the military or I'm going to do some sort of something. And I wanted to finish up my college football career before I went and jumped into anything. So I just ended up going in law enforcement. Yeah. So LAPG, we can go into the origins now. We talked a little bit about it. So it was online in, what'd you say, 2000?
2001 is technically when it started, but
Yeah.
2004 is when it really took off.
Yeah. And then do you guys have a like a mission statement or like a purpose like statement or anything like that?
Yeah, we've had several. We have like our internal one is we're not dicks, but our outward one, our outward one really we've trimmed it down. Now it's just heroes welcome is what our ultimate thing is. Like we anyone can be a hero, whether that be like a dad to his kids or even a kid to another kid or whoever. And we just want to support them however we can.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like that because that terminology opens it up a lot more. So it's not just, and this is something like I look at with my marketing too, fitness coaching and that kind of stuff is yes, I want to drive mental health, physical health, and performance to first responders and cops specifically, but also what defines a hero? That's a very broad definition. And it's a lot more. Sometimes we get a little bit too egocentric in law enforcement and we think like we're the heroes.
Yeah.
Dude, yes, we do some heroic things, but we see heroic people all the time.
Yeah, that totally rings true. What put that home for me was my cousin, but that's a different story. He was like 20 or something, and there was a car accident, and he like ran in there and pulled two little girls out of a car, like a burning car, and he got mangled, scarred really bad. But that made him become a firefighter. So he was already a hero before he was a what people really deem as a hero.
Yeah.
So seeing that made us think of like the hero's welcome. It all anyone can be a hero, just to who.
Yeah. No, I like that. I think the terminology is good and it helps to actually broaden your market share too.
Yeah.
So,
And that's what's funny is everyone's like, oh, you sell like just to cops. And I at this point it's maybe 15% of our sales.
really?
Yeah, it's really low. And then maybe 10% military, and then the rest is like other people. Like we sell a lot to like IT companies, gardeners, landscapers, construction workers, whatever. Plus just like people that maybe they EDC or they just like to go camping or whatever. Just stuff for outdoorsy people.
So what are your top selling like products? 'Cause you guys have your catalog is huge. Trying to
Yeah.
go through and look at like boots and stuff. I'm like, oh my God, they sell so much. You guys sell so much different stuff. How do
We
you
sell
like,
pants is that's our number one. We sell a lot of pants.
yeah.
And specifically our brand, like our brand makes up like about 75% of our sales right now. And that like really has expanded the last maybe since about 2018 is when we really pushed it. It was at like 5 or 6% then, and it just exploded. And now it's the majority of our sales. And
Yeah.
that
Well,
mostly came from we feel bad at the price. We feel like it's almost price gouging, like some of these other companies, like selling a
huh,
$100 pair of pants that's not worth
100,
$100. That's
uh,
ridiculous.
100. Dude, there's
Yeah,
guys
or even
like,
more for sure.
there's dudes on my SWAT team that have $300 pair of pants. I'm like,
The
you
cry,
out of your freaking mind? Like, are
like the
we making this?
cries, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
They're so expensive. Actually, speaking of the cry pants, we just came out with our own version of that style.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
and they're like $90 and they are fantastic. They use like the same like Cordura Extreme fabric. They have the knee pads that actually come with it, so you don't have to pay an extra $40 or whatever they charge for those things. They're awesome. They're really cool.
What are they called?
It's the Atlas Combat Pant, but ACP pant for short.
I'm writing that down.
Yeah, they're actually awesome. It took us years to get them right. It was the most frustrating product we've ever designed. It was so bad.
I'll tell you like I got those Atlas pants
Yeah,
just a few weeks ago and they're cycled to the top of the list, man.
they're fantastic. Those
Yeah,
are so nice. And
yeah.
we made a slim fit version of them because I'm small and the other ones are just too baggy on me, but the slim fit feels great. They fit me really well.
Cool. What else? What other, what's like your, I don't know, if pants are your top selling product, like what other stuff is like at the top of the list, like rounding out the top five?
Yeah, yeah, it's like pants and then footwear. We sell a lot of our body armor. That kind of cycles, but somewhere in the top five. Sometimes it's number two, sometimes it's number five, depending on the time of year and like what riots and protests are going on. That really changes. That's actually just speaking of that. We always joke about it, but it's not even really that funny. Is when the world is bad, we do great. COVID was fucking fantastic for us. Protests, riots, wars, all really
Yeah.
good for sales. It's sad
Yeah.
for the world, but great for us.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but yeah, footwear, and then it just shirts and basically we sell mostly apparel, and then all the little accessories are towards the bottom. That's like a supporting. You have to have all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. The fact that you do well when things are bad, it's the same thing with being a cop. Like we made
Yeah.
so much overtime.
Oh, I
The
bet.
riots, I was like, man, I can pay some stuff off. I was like, this is insane.
Yeah.
Now, granted, like I didn't sleep for a month, but
And you were doing something probably terrible.
yeah, yeah, I would say in hindsight, yeah, it was pretty shitty, but it was crazy. It was an experience that like I man, I don't know if we'll see again in my career, at
Yeah.
least here. Uh,
Yep.
how can it really makes you wonder like how can 2,000 people come down on a town this size in the middle of the Midwest and just all of a sudden it's like, we have a riot and none of these
Yeah.
people live in this city. How is
Yeah.
this going on?
Crazy. Just insane.
Yeah, we actually had a shortage of less lethal munitions.
Mm,
So it was like beg, borrow, and steal from surrounding agencies. We
yeah.
are out of 40s, we are out of gas, and we don't have anything to
Scary.
do. And yeah, we need help.
Yeah.
So it was like a hodgepodge of what do you have? Let's hope this works
Yeah.
and just
And
throw it in
hopefully
the
it's
crowd.
enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. You said like outdoor stuff too? Like you guys like camping and stuff like that?
Yeah, we do a little bit of that stuff. We used to do a little bit more and then we pulled back and now we're pushing back into it. That's something that we've always done is we'll expand what we sell a huge amount and then we tailor it back a little bit depending on what's popular at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're in another expansive phase. We're adding a bunch of new product to the site and some of it's camping related things.
Anything cool you can talk about, or is it all top secret?
Oh, for we're not making anything. That's mostly other brands. For us, are we making anything cool right now? I think I'm out of. We haven't made a lot as much fun stuff as we normally do. We've been focused on those combat pants. Took forever. Oh, we have a separate line of stuff called Iron and Haft. It's our like workwear line, and we've been focusing a lot on that. We have some work boots and some other styles of pants and shirts and stuff coming out. That's probably what we're most focused on right now. Yeah.
Cool.
But we've made everything. People don't even realize like the stupid stuff that we've done. Like we make a dog bed mostly because we all love animals here. We've made tiki mugs because I like tiki bars and like to drink. So like we made our own tiki mugs, made like beach towels and all we've made all kinds of just odd things just because we can and we're that's what we do.
Yeah, so take it for what it is. It's just me like wanting to buy products from you guys. But I personally, at least for me, there's a market for this. But like any workout gear, I know other,
Oh no, we're working on a workout shirt that's fine. It's just a shirt, but we have some shorts, workout shorts coming out that'll both be lined and an unlined, but they are fantastic. We've been working on these for a while too.
yeah,
I am an avid fitness. I work out most days. And so I've been trying every single workout short there is, and then I combine them into to one to make one that I actually really and the one that I think it'll be here within the next 2 or 3 weeks. They're really fantastic. They're really nice.
sweet.
Yeah.
Just keep,
And they're
keep,
like we try to make them so you could also if you want a CCW, you can do it and there's extra little pockets and all that good stuff.
yeah, yeah, cool. So keep me posted on that. I would love to try those out. And then like I know Origin's real big with
Yeah.
jujitsu and stuff like that, but they're so expensive. But yeah, I know there's always dudes looking for like gi and no gi, jujitsu, rash guards,
Mm-hmm.
shorts, tights, that kind of stuff, and then gis themselves. There seems to be like a big hole. It's like you either buy like a $300 really expensive gi or you're just kind of like piecemealing together crappy ones that rip all the time. So
Yeah.
especially the pants. The pants are a pain to find a good pair of pants sometimes.
Yeah, we have a guy we work with quite a bit that's one of the weapons trainers at LAPD, and he's into all that kind of stuff. And he's been trying to get us to make that, but maybe one day.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know if that'll be a big enough market, but it's to me in my world it is. So I'm like, yeah, just do that. That makes sense. You won't
Yeah.
lose any money, I promise.
Yeah, that's what people are always like. We get that stuff all the time, and I'm like, do you realize like the minimums that we have to order? Like, it's a lot of money that we have to put out.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
and I imagine if you just take a bath on one of them, you're like, "Oh my God, this was
yeah,
such a big loss."
luckily we've really been like okay with failure. Our thing is throw 10 things at the wall. If one sticks, like you're good.
Yeah.
And so we've always had that methodology while we make stuff like the fail fast kind of thing. So
Yeah.
we try to pump as much as we can out to test what's going to work for us. We have jeans and everyone loves our jeans. They're really comfortable. If you haven't tried them and you wear jeans, get a pair. They're fantastic. But everyone's out, you need to do jean shorts. I was like, really? The jean shorts? And
Yeah.
so we have jean shorts coming. That's what they're taking pictures of today, actually. That cracked me up. We actually did a April Fools. This was maybe 3 years ago where we did like short shorts, like jean shorts, but like short, like a 2 inch inseam.
Yeah.
I was the model for those.
Yeah, and now I'm really wanting to get a pair of jeans, a pair of those the Atlas Combat pants, and
Yeah,
so yeah, I got
yeah.
about three things I
The,
want to try out now.
the jeans are fantastic. My wife makes fun of me because for a while there, I don't need the workout shorts are going to be my last like thing for me. But I made most of the stuff I made is because I wanted to wear our own
Yeah,
stuff. And tack pants are always a little baggy on me or whatever, and I don't wear them all that often. So I wanted jeans, so we made jeans. And then I wanted like tennis shoes, so we made like a sneaker, which is actually really comfortable and great. And now I have my workout shorts, so I'm good to go.
covered. Yeah,
Yeah.
covered. Yeah, dude, I'm to the point in life where I'm almost sponsored by Kirkland's. Like I just go to
Oh
Costco
yeah.
and I'm like, I just buy
Yeah.
all my clothes here, man. Like
Yeah.
this.
I would probably be the same way if I didn't have LAPG
Yeah,
to get me product.
right.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool, man. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Where can people or where should people get in touch with LA Police Gear for all of their apparel and or equipment needs?
Site at lapg.com or lapolicegear.com, either one works. And you can always message us on any of the socials. We're pretty responsive, or email. And
Sweet.
also, it's funny, but if you leave a review, even place an order and leave a comment, I look at almost every single one of those and you will get a response directly from me half the time.
Nice.
So, yeah, depending
Cool.
on how tired I am from the kids. Uh,
Well, sweet, man. Thanks for jumping on and just hang tight here just one second.